can do anything that we wanna do. Long as you got me, and I know I got you. We a team. No in between.
So thank you, Aleta St. James, for joining me. You were one of the first wise and wonderful women to join me. I want you to just tell me the three things that come to mind when you think of yourself. Like, hi, I'm Aleta. I am...
a master spiritual energy healer.
Yes, you are.
A mother of twins who's going to be 21. And a kick-ass woman.
Kick-ass is right. Yes, you are as badass as they come.
Speaking
Speaking about the twins, you were the mother of twins at what age?
57.
57.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very newsworthy because I remember that you were on the cover, I think, like of Time Magazine or Newsweek or
Everything.
Everything.
It was the second biggest story in 2004. It was the second morning after they were born. I was all dressed, makeup,
yes,
camera
I'm ready
rolling.
for my close-up.
Yeah.
With holding the twins.
Right, exactly.
I want to go back because your brother has had quite the illustrious press coverage as well. So your brother is?
My brother's Curtis Sliwa. He's running for mayor again, 2025.
Right. So he started the Guardian Angels.
He started the Guardian Angels in 1979, and I helped him start it.
Right. In your kitchen, right? I mean, it was like with your mom and like the Guardian Angels were there.
This is it. My family was always about helping people. So my father was involved, my mother was involved, I was very involved, and then he had the Magnificent 13.
What is awesome is that you don't take no for an answer. I mean, you know, I've got the tagline, Anna gets it done. Aleta makes shit happen. Okay.
Right.
So what was that like deciding to have children at 57? Because people don't do that, and certainly not in 2004. So was there fear behind it?
Oh, Ann, come on, Ann.
No,
If
really.
you tell me I can't do something, what do I say? Just watch me.
Right.
I always wanted to have children. People would say, okay, Aleta, you're 45. When are you going to start? Don't rush me. You see, my grandmother had my mother at 54. So in my mind, that wasn't going to be a problem. So I really started.
54.
I found my partner at 49, and I thought, okay, now's a good time to start. I thought I could just boom, like my grandmother, have kids. But of course, she had 13. This was going to be my first one.
Wow.
So I wound up with 3 miscarriages.
Wow.
Then I thought, okay, I have to do the in vitro thing, which I did. I got it on the second round.
Wow. Did you know inside that this would happen?
Absolutely.
You just trusted
I could feel those children wanting to come in.
You know, it's funny. I had 4 miscarriages before I had my first daughter. And there was one night that I woke up. I just knew that I was going to be a mother, however that came to me. Right. But one night I woke up and I heard her voice. And I heard her calling to me.
I got the chills.
Yeah,
I got the chills
through the
because
door.
They are around.
I knew it was a girl. I knew she was coming. I woke up in tears, but I also woke up with a strong sense of she was coming, and it was just a matter of when and the hurdles that I would have to go through. And you certainly went through a lot of hurdles.
A lot of hurdles. That's why I work with women who are having a hard time getting pregnant, because there's a spiritual component to it.
Right. For those who don't know what a master spiritual healer is, tell me how you work with people.
In person, Zoom, or in workshops.
Okay.
But the thing that I want to make really clear, to become a master, I started this at 23 years old, studying.
And how old are you?
78.
78.
Because when you're a master
21-year-old
energy
twins.
healer, you have to keep channeling the energy, you know?
Oh my God.
You got to reverse the age.
I would think that with 21-year-old twins and 78, you would be accelerating, and you just get younger and younger.
They said to me, how can you give birth to twins now? You're going to be in your 70s. You're going to look decrepit. You're going to have blah, 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 blah. I said, I'm going to look better then than I do now. And I do.
Right.
I really do.
Right.
So
honestly, every time I see you, you look younger.
And I know I work sometimes meditating like from 3 in the morning to 6 every day to get up into the higher energy fields. You can't just be a master energy healer. You have to put the pedal to the metal, and you got to work it.
So when we were talking about, you know, kind of getting pregnant, and you were saying that you can meet with somebody that has had a whole bunch of maybe more traditional therapies to get pregnant, and then you meet with them and tell me a little bit
And then
about
I can scan their energy. It's almost like a scanner, all right? And then I can see exactly what the block is. And most of the times it's in the uterus and the heart connection, all right? People think it's the brain. The heart has 40,000 more neuroreceptors, transmitters, than the brain does. Right. So you get into the heart, you get into the uterus, and all of a sudden I start to see all these blocks from childhood, from adolescence, and bad mothers, and all of this stuff. Right. I have them breathe into it. I put my hands on that area, and they actually hold the feeling, like the fear, and I help them release it, I put them in a whole alignment with getting pregnant. So that's all they think about, the end part of holding their baby.
If you want to become a mother, you can become a mother. It just might not be in the path that you want it to be.
Exactly.
Right? It might not be giving birth to those babies. It might be adopting that baby. But at the end of the day, it's what is the end goal?
After someone's been trying and it's not happening, and they're 45, 47, I say, what do you think about a donor egg?
Right.
So far, I haven't gotten a person who hasn't been able to get pregnant with a donor egg.
Right.
All right?
Right.
However, if that did happen, I'd say, you know what? Let's look at adoption.
Right.
Because if you really want a child,
Right.
let's open yourself up to the
Exactly.
right and perfect child for you.
Exactly. I think we all get ourselves into trouble when we keep hitting that wall because we think it's supposed to happen one way when we're just supposed to back up and take another road, right?
That's why I say shift, clear, and recreate.
Right.
The detours that lead to the destinations. Let go, live your dreams. That's the whole thing about the book.
So the first book was,
Life shift.
Okay.
Let go and live your dreams.
okay, and you are writing a new book. And what is that new book?
Oh my God.
Because you're the poster child of the title of this book. So go ahead.
Exactly. It's called The Ageless Factor
There
at
she
any
is.
age. At any age, though.
Right.
Because you have to learn how to move energy. If you
Right.
get stuck in the emotions, the regrets, the angers, the frustrations, the resentments,
Right.
you age.
Right.
So I don't want to do that.
Right.
But I've learned how to do that over the years, to breathe into it, to release it, to move on to a higher level of consciousness. Because I want to come every day from love.
Right.
I want to come from peace and calm and excitement about life.
Right.
You come from peace, calm, and excitement authentically, not just, oh, I'm so happy.
Right.
That doesn't work. I do age reversing retreats.
Okay.
It's called the Ageless Factor retreats,
Okay.
right? And so it's
And
about
you do them in Cabo.
Cabo San Lucas in Mexico.
Great.
And the whole idea is to combine the precision medicine, which is stem cells, exosomes, peptides, detoxes, IVs, photodynamics, all of that stuff, with my spiritual work.
How many days are they typically?
It's usually 5 to 7 days.
Great.
And sometimes I do personal retreats with families,
Right.
and that could go on a week.
You don't drink alcohol, right? Mm-mm. And why is that?
I used to have 1 glass of wine a day, but it doesn't serve me. It doesn't help my frequency to go up.
Right, right. I find
That,
the same
drugs,
thing.
anything like that.
Exactly. Tell me about your morning routine. So you said that you spend 3 hours in the morning meditating from 3 to 6. Is there any other routine that you have found that keeps you as young as you are?
I go to Pilates. I go to the skinny spa, you know, little for my face because I'm not doing a facelift right now. I eat really well and make sure I have my shakes in the morning.
And how about at night? Is there a routine that you have? Is it like, do you have a guilty pleasure? I mean, mine is like Real Housewives, which you've been on Real Housewives,
that's
actually.
right.
I think
Sonia
a couple
Morgan.
of times, actually,
Yeah,
with Sonia Morgan, Real Housewives of New York. This was,
girl,
yeah,
right.
you didn't shift her quite enough, but it's all good.
They didn't want me to shift her. I said, you want me to have her stop drinking? And they didn't say anything. I said, okay, you know.
Would have been a good thing. Anyway, all right, there we go, back on. But do you have an evening routine?
No.
Like, how do you wind down? I mean, if you're here all day, how do you kind of bring it down and sleep?
I don't want to bring it down.
In 5 years from now, when your kids are out of the house, what's life going to be like?
Well, what I'd love to do is spend 6 months in Cabo, because I love Cabo. It's so spiritual for me. And I love New York, too. I'll always be a New Yorker.
Right.
So come back and forth, travel the world, start something to live to 120 for sure, and keep regenerating myself. Like, what else is possible, Aleta? What else is possible?
Right.
That's how I live, and helping others to let go of what's blocking them and
Exactly.
giving them an ageless life at any age. You can have people that are 30 that are blocking themselves and deciding to give up. Never give up.
That's right.
Shift up is my thing.
Right.
Don't give up, shift out.
There was nobody that you needed kind of talking over your shoulder to you in your 20s to say, believe in yourself, go for it. It sounds like it was already there.
Yeah, oh no, it was.
Right.
But my mother was very much like that. My father was very much like that.
Right.
They always nurtured us to do that. So if you look
Right.
at my brother, he dances to his own drum.
Very much
I
so.
dance to my own drum.
Right.
In the book, I call it dangerously youthful, because some, believe it or not, therapists and whatever, think that I'm dangerous, that I'm giving people false hope about how you can look the way I look at 78 and keep regenerating yourself and age backwards.
Right.
The biggest critics I have are the people that are professionals.
Right.
That's crazy, right? It's like
The
I
proof
was
is in the
shocked.
pudding, my dear. The proof is in the pudding.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh,
and
Ann, thank you.
You're the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.